Hey guys, Rapidy here. In this video we're going to go over Beastmaster Spec, talents, glyphs, pets and rotation. First off we have the level 15 talents and his post says Narrow Escape and Crouching Tiger, Hidden Chimera. Here I want to go with post haste. From my personal reference I like the post haste best since you have concussive shot that doesn't cost any focus, therefore you can still keep up the slow on the target if needed. And the post haste buff is 60% speed for 8 seconds, and it's very good for if you need to get away or going after someone to get the kill. And for the level 30 talents you want to go with Binding Shot over Vibrant Sting and Intimidation, since you can do a lot of stuff with it. For instance, you can put Binding Shot on the target and when they run they get stuck, and you can put Freezing Trap or whatever, or you can do Binding Shot so they get stunned and then Explosive Trap so they knocks away. The Vibrant Sting can also be good, depends on your setup in arena or whatever. And for the 45 talents you wanna go with Spirit Bond. I think the Spirit Bond is best by far since Iron Hawk reduce damage taken by 10%, but the Spirit Bond, as you can see, it heals you for 2% of your total health every 2 seconds. And my health is 223k, and that gives you a lot of HP over time. And acceleration doesn't heal so much and it's in a 2-minute cooldown. Even though I heard it getting buffed in 6.1, I think it's 44% healing, I think it doubles, and the cooldown is still 2 minutes, so I'm not sure about that. And for the level 60 talents you have Steady Focus, Dire Beast and Thrill of the Hunt, and I prefer Thrill of the Hunt all the time, because Thrill of the Hunt, when it procs, you can do some crazy bursts with Arcane Shot spam or etc. In Marksman you can go Aim Shot, but I prefer Thrill of the Hunt over Dire Beast and Steady Focus because it's a good burst. And for the 75 talents there's Murder of Crows, Blink Strikes and Stampede. Stampede is not a question because it's 5-minute cooldown, it doesn't do so much damage, but I think it also gets a buff in 6.1, so have to watch out for that. And the Blink Strike doesn't do that much damage, even though the portal is kinda good in like BGs, but for arena or serious stuff I wanna go with the Murder of the Crow, since it's the only dot Beast Mastery have, since they took away Serpent Sting. So I would go with Murder of Crows. And for the level 90 talents we get Glyphs, Power Shot and Barrage. Barrage is a spray of shots. I would say it's only good for PvE. Of course you can have it in BGs or something like that, but and Power Shots, I'm just using Power Shot when I'm playing like Aldrak Valley, Lumber Mill in Earth Basin for knockbacks. Power Shot and Explosive Trap is a lot of fun together, but for serious action we're gonna go with Glyphs. Glyphs is also getting a buff in 6.1. I don't know how much damage buff it was increased, but it's, I think it was doubled. So, and it also gives a slow on the target since we don't use exotic munitions for level 100 talents. I think the Glyphs and concussive shots is a good combo, so therefore going with Glyphs. And for the level 100 talents we have exotic munitions, focusing shot and adaptation. And here we're gonna go with adaptation. It's increased the effect of your pet's combat experience to 85% increased damage. Your pet now gains the following abilities regardless of its active spec, and it gets Bite Collar, Roar of Sacrifice, Cornered, Boar Speed, Last Stand, Blood of the Rhino and Great Stamina. So therefore you wanna go with that. And for the glyphs I'm using Glyph of Explosive Trap. It no longer deals damage, but you can knock them back. As I said, with the Binding Shot you can do a lot of stuff. You can prevent peeling, prevent damage or anything like that. And for the second glyph I'm going with Animal Bond. While your pet is active, all healing done to you and your pet is increased by 10%, which is really good actually. And for the last one I'm going with Camouflage. Camouflage is good, you can get the opener you want if you want to go with Binding Shot or Trap Opener or whatever you want, but it depends on setup. Since I'm running PhD, which means Healer, Death Knight and Hunter, I'm not going with camouflage. I switch out camouflage with Solace, and Solace is a very useful glyph because your freezing trap also removes all damage over time effects from its targets, which means it's not getting broke, or they can't escape if you like have a dot on. If you're playing with Death Knight, they have a lot of dots, so that's why I'm going with Solace. Otherwise, from Battlegrounds and stuff like that, I want to go with the camouflage because I think it's much funnier, and I'm playing this game for fun, not 100% serious. And for the minor glyph, I'm using a glyph of Axe of the Cheetah, glyph of Revive Pet, and Lesser Proportion. This is only for fun, Lesser Proportion. And the glyph of Axe of the Cheetah is actually very good because you can use Axe of the Cheetah whenever you're in an arena or whatever, but when you get hit, you're not getting dazed, which you get if you don't have the glyph. And then you just go on cooldown, you can use it again, which means you can run 30% faster inside of arena. It's very good, actually. And the Revive Pet reduce the pushback suffered from damage attacks while casting Revive Pet by 100%. That means you're getting no reduced suffered pushback, so that's very helpful. And for the pet spec, you have Ferocious, Tenacious, and Cunning spec. The Ferocious and Cunning is DPS, and the Tenacious is tank. Therefore, you can just count with Ferocious and Cunning. I prefer Ferocious better, since I like the Heart of the Phoenix. It's instant res. If your pet's far away, you can just rest it and keep going. Instead of the Bullheaded, it's a 3-minute cooldown like Freedom. But with Bastard Wrath, it sends your pet into rage for 10 seconds. Your pet deals 20% additional damage and breaks all loss of control effects, which means it gives you a Freedom for 1 minute cooldown. So that's therefore I say the Heart of the Phoenix is better than Bullheaded. Just what I like. Some people playing Cunning, some people play Ferocious. It's up to them. And the stats prio for Beastmaster Hunter is Mastery. Since Mastery increases the damage done by your pet, and you're relying on your pet damage since you're Beast Mastery. Anyways, you want to go with Mastery Enchants on all your gear. And you want to go with Hemet's Heartseeker on your weapon, since it's a 750 Mastery buff when it procs. And for the pets, there are only 2 types of pets I like to play while playing BM. And the first one is the T-Rex pet, which gives you Terrifying Roar, increase critical strike chance by 5%. But you think, but I need Mastery, of course. But yeah, but the T-Rex have Monstrous Bite. Your Devil's Eye ferociously bites the enemy, reducing the effectiveness of any healing received for 10 seconds. And that is decreased healing done by 25% healing reduction. So that's very helpful depending on what comp you're playing. And the second pet I like to play with is the Cat pet, which have Roar of Courage, Mastery increased by 550, which is like 11% more Mastery, and since you're relying on Mastery, the pet deals even more damage. And for a good opener as a Beastmaster Hunter, you want to start off with Murder of Crows, Bastard Wrath, and then Kill Command to go a heavy start, and then you just go with your Arcane Shot, Glaive Toss, and wait for your Focus Fire to reach 5 stacks. When you get the Focus Fire, you release it, you get 30% more haste, then you can burst even harder. And then I'm not gonna sit there and tell you, I'll do 3 Arcane Shots and then 1 Glaive Toss or 1 Cobra Shot. I want you guys to find your own playstyle. But remember, Murder of Crows, Bastard Wrath, and the Kill Command with Focus Fire is incredibly good burst. So have that in mind, otherwise have fun, play Hunter, and pwn them noobs. Well, that's it for this guide. Hope it helped you out. And by the way guys, consider that I'm not a gladiator or multi-rank 1 hunter. This is just my personal view over Beastmaster Hunter. But still, if you enjoyed watching it and thought it was helpful, please leave a like and a comment down below. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.